Hi guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, the beautiful Maya Fontaine, she lent me her gorgeous canvas to create this sultry, smoky eye, smudgy, a little undone. I hope you enjoy the process, enjoy the video, and give the channel a lot of love as always. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to follow Maya, myself, and my team on Instagram as well. Thank you. To start every makeup, I always prep the skincare first. The first product I'm using is the Summer Friday Lip Butter Balm. The flavor I'm using is vanilla. They come in many flavors, and I think they have tinted as well, but this one's just a clear one. It's helped to hydrate and moisturize the lips really well. It does contain shea butter, vegan wax, and natural vanilla flavor. And at night, you can use this as overnight lip mask as well if you like. The next product I'm using is the Bio Effect EGF Eye Serum. This one is helped to hydrate the eye area and reduce puffiness. The cooling and the puffing metal roller application I use without it, but at home you can use on your own, you can use directly. It's helped to depuff the eye really well. This eye serum is for all skin type, and it helps to reduce the appearance of fine line. Maya is too young, so she doesn't have to worry about that. But if you're concerned about fine line, this is a great eye serum for you. And it's free of oil, fragrance, alcohol, and chlorine. The next product is also from Bio Effect. It's EGF Serum. This serum helps to boost hydration and moisture retention. It's helped to plump and smooth skin for all skin type. The best way you do is just press into the skin like I do right now. But you can just, rub it on whatever way that works for you. This one also free of oil, fragrance, alcohol, and chlorine as well. The last product is Bio Effect Hydrating Cream. This is a great hydrating cream under makeup. You can use for day or night. I like this cream a lot to prep under makeup. It's oil free, it's lightweight, and it's fast absorbing formula. Don't forget the next as well. Give some love to the skin. Give your face a little facial, little massage to the puff. Maya have a little breakout because she just moved to New York a month ago. The weather changed, but I told her not to be insecure because you guys love to appreciate that we show all kind of skin type. Normally, people always question me why don't I put sunscreen on. But just because we filmed the talent in my studio, we washed the face off right after, I thought it's a waste. But I'm very pro sunscreen. I wear them on myself every day. On my client, I put sunscreen on before I even put foundation. So I encourage people to do that. Starting today, I think every makeup, I'm gonna include that step to remind people that they should always use sunscreen. The sunscreen I'm using today, I got it from France, but their brand, you can get it everywhere. This one I think is the French version. but it's from La Roche-Posay and Theolus Clear Skin Oil-Free Sunscreen SPF 50. For the US, I think you get 60. So because each of the country FDA approved differently, but this one I like it under makeup a lot. They have a tinted version as well, but this one just a clear version. And keep in mind that for sunscreen to have the amount that you need, you have to put a lot on. And the great thing about this one is oil-free formula. It absorbs all the excess oil and reduce shine, so that's why I like this one under makeup. And I'm gonna try to use all the sunscreen that I recommend for you to use under makeup, so that way you know which one doesn't roll, because you know some sunscreen, it rolls when you put foundation on, and this one doesn't. It's also suitable for acne prone skin. That's what I use today, especially my have a little breakout, but it is for all skin type. And you see that for sunscreen to work, you have to apply quite a bit. And for sunscreen, don't forget to put around your ear, your neck as well, because you know the neck, you can't fix the lines. Once you get all the line in the neck is the hardest part to treat. So if it's something you're concerned, you don't forget your neck as well. For complexion, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona High Climb Color Corrector. The shade I'm using is C1, and the foundation concealer is from Japanese brand. It's called Inu. I could say it's wrong, but apologize for my pronunciation. This is the cream foundation, and then they also have a concealer. To start, I put just a little bit of the color corrector where you see all the discoloration. And with these as well, you can also put on any area that have pimple, that you see the color a little red. You can use that to cancel out some of the redness as well, so you don't have to put too much foundation and concealer. You see that I just do a little bit. And then you see I just do a little bit all the redness, and it does cancel out the redness from your acne. Because technically Maya's skin is really beautiful. All her freckles still there. It's just because she have only a few breakouts. So the color corrector, you cover them a little bit, and that's all you really need really for an everyday. I'm gonna use foundation concealer as well, but if for someone who do not want to wear too much foundation concealer, you just need to cover or cancel out the red dot, and the rest of them you just leave the skin transparent, so you don't have to cover too much. You can see that it's just like a little color corrector. All those red marks is gone. As you can see that Maya's face is a little more paler than her body, so I'm use the color instead matching exactly what her face is. I use the color between closer to the neck instead the face, because I just want a little more color in the face. So that's tricky about foundation when people are trying to match, and you can't really match exactly same shades, because not everyone want the face as pale as the face when the body is dark. So I think sometimes, you know, you just get the shade the closest one from the both, and you can blend it out. The shades I'm using, you're gonna see it's a little warmer for sure than compared to the face. You can see that her skin quite pale. I just get the color more between. And this is a Radiant Finish foundation. It is long wear formula, pores wrinkle minimize formula. And if anyone know about Inui brand, I think I could say it's wrong again. It is a brand been around for a long time. if you know about Kevin Rucon, he actually do a collaboration with them from the 90s, but the brand stopped for a while, so they just came back. And I got some of the product from my assistant in Japan. She sent over for me, but I don't think you can get in the US yet or worldwide yet, but I believe nowadays everything you can order online. So if you love to try, you can try these. I'm a big fan of Kevin, of course, and I loved the product before, and I want to try it now to see the relaunch of the brand. You can see that the shade's a little warmer, but it's closer to the body, but it's really beautiful on Maya, and this foundation is just fantastic. And I don't want to cover too much the freckles, so I just cover where I want to cover, but the rest I might just blend it out. And then any acne marks, I can use concealer after. The only negative thing about the foundation I want to express to you is the shades. They only have 5 shades. And as you know already, most of the brands in Asia, people like to be pale, so the shade is very limited. I hope that they're going to expand the shades, more shades. That's what happened with most brands, and slowly they add more shades, but they only come in 5 shades. For concealer, Maya doesn't need much at all. What I'm going to do is I cover a little bit under the eye. I think this concealer is more a medium coverage. It's not foolproof coverage. If you like really heavy coverage, this might not be the one for you, but I find most concealer in Asia, they more in the lighter texture. And then you a pinpoint concealer, you just go all the area that you want to cover more, and you just cover them. It's just beautiful, a radiant finish. And that's how I do cover acne or pimple. You know, I just do a sheer wash first, and whatever I don't cover, I'm not able to cover by foundation, I go pinpoint concealer one by one. There's just no easy way to do it. You know, this is the only way that you can make the skin look natural, like skin-like, even if you cover all the acne. You know, it's otherwise you have to do really heavy foundation concealer if you want a quick way. But to make it really natural and seamless, you have to do one by one, like what I do right now. For loose powder, I'm going to use the same brand, Inwi as well. It's a loose powder. This one is light reflecting loose powder. It's non-dry informer, very sheer, very light. I'm just use just a little bit to set the foundation and concealer. If you look at her face, she definitely doesn't look like she wears a lot of makeup, but it's just because the way I apply the foundation is where she have a lot of freckles, I put very little. And then where she have, you know, breaks out, I do a little more, and then I pinpoint concealer. So overall, she have a really good coverage. It doesn't look like a mask on her face because you still let the skin breathe certain area where the freckle and everything, you leave it out. So that's a trick about when you do coverage for people who have acne, but you still want to look natural. You have to look at the face and you see where it needed, that's where you add it. You don't want to put everywhere the same amount of foundation and concealer and everything, and that at the end it can look so heavy. You know, like the most, if you look at the face, maybe this one, because the texture is a little bigger, you can see it, but you don't really see anywhere else where the acne was before. You know, it just blend into the freckles because I leave it out. I'm not going to do contour or anything. I think mine have really beautiful bone structure, but I'm going to use some bronzer. This one is from LH Cosmetic, the Infinity Bronzer. The shade I'm using is the lightest shade they have. It's called Always. This is a creamy powder bronzer, and just a little bit. Keep in mind that when you do a lot of pinpoint concealer like this, you don't want to, you know, like swiping motion like this, because you're going to disturb all the coverage you did earlier from the concealer. You know, just do gentle the way I do, and I just press it on like that, and that way you still give the face a little color without disturbing all the coverage you did earlier. And this one contains antioxidant benefit ingredient, such as olive, rapeseed oil. This is fragrance free and vegan cruelty free. You can use the deeper shade you like to, but I don't want to make my skin too tan. Just a little bit bronzer, just define the cheekbone, the jawline, all those areas. A little bit around the nose here. For eyebrows, I'm going to use two products from M Cosmetic. This is the Fine Liner Brow Pencil. The shade is Light Taupe, and the Micro Fluff Sculpting Brow Cream. This one also same shades. To start, you see that Maya have really beautiful eyebrow. I'm going to fill in mainly a little bit right here, and then extend the brow a tiny bit longer. This is really ultra fine tip, and it helps to mimic the natural hair really well. It's vegan and cruelty free as well. You can see the way I always do is I draw backward like this, so the brow looks more natural. And then just a little bit fluff up like that, and you can see it does fill in the center part. At this part, she has hair, we don't need to worry too much. And then at the end, I do a little bit to extend the brow a little longer, but not too much. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then you use the Micro Fluff Sculpting Brow Cream to set the brow. This is the brow cream. It helps to set the hair in place without stiffiness. It's very lightweight. You see the way it does. Also vegan and cruelty free as well. I got some comment that people say I talk too much now, which is like, I don't know, it's a good thing, a bad thing. Before I have a hard time, you know, to explain everything, and then, you know, I'm trying to bring as much information for you guys I can, because a lot of time I don't even know what one is vegan, which one is not, and people want me to mention that in the video, because you know nowadays some people only want to use vegan or cruelty free. So I will always try to include as much information I could. You know, I think if you do not like people talking when they do makeup tutorial, maybe you just mute them and just watch their hand movement. I think a lot of people still like to hear the voice. So it's hard for us to find a balance because everyone's taste is gonna be different, you know. Some people, they like to hear you talk. Some people don't like to hear you talk. And the only way is you just have to mute it, because a lot of times say, oh, you ruin the makeup because you talk too much, you know. Those kind of comments, sometimes it get to you. And we all do this for love. Trust me, I don't do this for the money or validation at all. It's just really my love to share. And the best way, if you don't like us talking, you just mute and just watch the hand movement, because makeup is universal language, you know. You can see the hand, you still understand. For eyes, I'm going to use these 4 products. The first product I'm using is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Weightless Eye Primer. The second product I'm using is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Glide Eye Pencil. The shades I'm using called Burnt Umber. A mascara from Westman Atelier. This is I Want You Lengthening and Volumizing Clean Mascara. The shades I'm using is the brown shades. They have 2 shades, but I'm using the brown. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Nessa Myricks Beauty Crown Work Defining Neutral. This is a multi-purpose palette, but I use today just as an eyeshadow. But you can use it as a contour, as eyebrow, for any way you want. I mean, you can use any way on the face. I'm using mainly just the shades right here. I'm using a little bit of the eyeshadow primer. This one helps creasing, even application in the eyeshadow. You don't have to use them if you don't want to, but I like to use them. And I like this one just because it's very sheer. It doesn't give that opaque look and, you know, block out on the eye. The skin still looks very natural when you apply the eyeshadow on top. Next, you can use the same shadow brush you used earlier, or you can use a smaller, cleaner brush. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of this shades here, and I'm trying to do the smoky eye, but not too complicated, because I want you to able to duplicate at home as well. So I'm using this shades here, all over the crease area, or the eye socket area. Is that how you call this? Yeah. So this is the area that I'm putting the color. And then I blend it outward and upward. I'm doing the same on this side. I just did the same. So you see that I just do a little bit on the eyelid area and blend it outward and upward. I think at this point, I think you can apply this for sure. Just one color all over. And then what I'm gonna do is the same brush, same color, just a little bit on the lower lash line here. Just to smoke it out a little bit. And you know what? Sometimes it's the easiest application is the most beautiful. You don't want to try to make it too complicated, you know. Okay. Next, what I need you to do is you should get a blending brush like this, and then you use a deeper color here. Because I have a little hooded eye, so I'm going to try like a little fake crease, a little more depth on the crease area. So this color right here, do a little more depth right here. I think the color is too close to each other, so I might go just one step up. So maybe I use a little color right here. So that's great about this palette. You can, you can use a little bit here, a little bit there. You can play with them. And then you use your blending brush earlier. You soften the edge it up. I'm going to do a little deeper. Same color. And then extend it a little longer here. This multi-use palette for eye, face, and lips here in brown. This one is talc-free formula. This is a cream and powder duo. It coordinate each other color, so it's really easy for you to blend. It is more matte finish. So next, I'm going to use the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Glide Eye Pencil. And I'm going to do first along the lash line. This is such a beautiful, beautiful color. This is very rich and pigmented. It is creamy formula. It's a soft, cold pencil. It is waterproof and budge proof as well. And then I'm going to do a little more along the lash line. Yeah, this is such a beautiful color. Lisa also have other color as well. I think she had like 6 different shades altogether, but they are quite beautiful eyeliner. It does give you enough play time. You know, a lot of times long wear waterproof eyeliner, they set so fast that you don't have time to play. But the great thing about this is they give you enough time to play, so you can really smudge and blend any way you want. Especially when you're trying to do more sultry, smoky eye like this, you need the time to blend. So this is a great pencil for you to try. And you can also use the waterline. You can do just like that, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit on the waterline as well to give it more feline look. And then you can use the blending brush and just soften the edge as well. See. Going back to the deep color, I'm gonna do a little bit on the outer corner here to make it a bit more elongate down the eye. And as you can see that I do the eye more smudgier, not like a perfect, you know, like blending application, because I think this look a lot more sultry for the purpose I'm doing. The mix between the cream and powder from the palette and the cold pencil, they really give you that eye more sultry look. And then just add a little bit here and there just to really smoke it out. And then you can always go back with a big blending brush to soften the edge out. I'm going to curl the lashes off camera. For mascara, I'm using the Westman Atelier, the I Want You Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. It's clean mascara, it's cruelty-free and gluten-free. And I'm using the brown shades. You know, like it's go with the theme I'm doing, because all the shades I'm using this kind of monochrome, this like a brown, chocolate brown color. It's more very warm and sultry. Sometimes I think we sleep on brown mascara, but they're really beautiful, especially you do have green or you have hazel eye. They're really beautiful with brown mascara. And this is the volumizing and defining mascara. It's flake free and silicone free. As you can see, you know, the brown mascara is really make your eye pop. It doesn't give you like see that heavy lashes, but it gives you that monochrome with the warm chocolate, especially the chocolate eyeshadow you're using. And I think, like, you know, sometimes it's great to switch it up, and instead just black mascara, it's nice to use brown mascara as well. For cheek, I'm going to use the Givenchy Beauty Prism Blush. This is more a coral color. I think they have two different colors. I have the coral and the pink one, and I think for this look, I think the coral one quite beautiful. This is like 4-color loose powder blush. It had radiant finish. The best way to do is you're gonna do like this. You shake it up first, so it's come out the color blended together. It gives you that fine milk silky finish. So the best way you do that to mix the color. Otherwise, when you look at it, you couldn't figure out how to use them. But that's what you're gonna do. You close the lid and you have shake on the bottom, so it's coming down here, and that's what you're gonna use. And then it come out like this. And then what you're gonna do, you can use a little bit. And you can apply them. And it's all the color mixed together really beautifully. And for this look, I'm gonna do more blushy. Keep in mind that because earlier I was trying to cover some of the breakout that might have. So when you apply for blush, the same thing, just dab it like this instead try to swipe in motion as well. And I use the blush only mainly on the high cheekbone. For highlighter or auto radiance I'm trying to create on the face at this point, I'm going to use the KJH brand Hyper Shine Highlight Kit. The shades I'm having is this one, light gold. On Maya, I would use more of the rose gold, the lighter shade than this, but it's the only shade I have. It comes in 4 shades, and this is the customized cream highlighter. So if you want just a normal highlighter, like the cream highlighter, this is just a beautiful shade you can use. But if you want to create more customized, a bit more dewier, then you can use the Hyper Shine serum here. You mix, it's like a mixing medium. You mix together a little bit and you customize how much shine you want. So this one here, you can use on the eye, the nose, the lips. You can use on the lip. You can mix with your blush, your cream blush, if you want to have that dewy cream blush as well. This is a great kit for you to have, so you can play with them a lot. You can be an artist that you want to be. You can have more or less shine. You just, you know, design whatever you design. You can do this one, and you can mix match it a little more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to a little bit on the high cheekbone. This is really gorgeous. Even though the shades I received in the PR package for my skin, but it's still really gorgeous on Maya's, the paler skin as well. I'm a little straight on with the cream as well. You can do a little bit like that, and you can add a little more right here. It's just really beautiful. The only thing I would try to avoid put too much highlighter on is when all the area that we have texture, you know. So that's why I try to avoid all these area. But you can put a little bit on the nose, you know, Cupid bow. If you want more creamier, you can go directly. So it just really customize however you like it. You know, some people, they like put highlight everywhere, but for me, I like to keep the skin somewhat matte, and certain area I put the highlight. This is great for underpainting as well. If you want the skin really glowy, you can put the highlight all the area you want, and you put foundation on top, and then you still see the highlight popping out underneath there, so it looks the glow from within. So you can play many different way. Gorgeous. For lips, I'm going to use Lisa Eldridge Velveteen Liquid Lip Color. The shade is called Fawn. She had matte lipstick. Fawn is one of her popular shades as well, and now she make them into a liquid lips version. This is really beautiful color. I think it suits almost all skin tone. For liquid lipstick, I don't think you really need to use lip liner at all. You know, you can just use directly from the tube. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply on top like this, and then I use a blending brush. You know, I just do a soften the edge out. This is a long-wear liquid lip formula. It's soft matte finish. It's really beautiful. It's not drying, it's non-drying like most of the formulation, because it does have a lot of great skincare ingredient in there. Smudge proof, cruelty free, and vegan as well. And you see the way I'm doing, I want to keep the lip very soft, so I don't want to put like a heavy layer lip on, but if that's what you want, you still can. You know, it's just for the eye, for me, is so strong already. So the lips, I'm trying to keep very soft focus. This is such a beautiful color. It's for everyday wear. It's such gorgeous. You see it do a little bit like that. To complete the makeup, I'm going to use the Hourglass Cosmetic Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. Just refresh everything up a little bit. That's the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to create a warm brown, smoky, smudgy, smoky eye. I hope you give the channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumb up, and don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you.